everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess, and today is a day in my life. We are finally back to real time-ish, and I'm super excited to be vlogging again because it's been quite a while. The last video you saw was from quarantine, which is insane. I'm still pretty much living in quarantine. Well, okay, not really, but I still don't see my friends or my family, and I still personally do not really go out except to go to the grocery store and like get to-go food sometimes, but I really am trying to limit it because I just still really don't feel comfortable going anywhere, and I don't know when I will. I'm kind of basing it around the numbers, and right now the numbers are not good. My face is super red and blotchy, and I think my theory is that it's from the oat milk ice cream that I had yesterday. And the day before. I ate a pint of it. I had half of it on Saturday and half of it on Sunday, and I'm thinking like the guar gum and stuff in there is what has made my face like this, because I just don't know why else it would be like that, because everything else I eat is perfectly on point with my diet. So yeah, I'm excited to be back vlogging. Today is Monday, August 24th, and so the last video you saw was in quarantine in my apartment with Gary in Chicago, and I am now living with my parents, and I'm no longer living with Gary. I don't plan to go into like much details about our relationship, but I did break up with Gary and move in with my parents. Yeah, but Gary is still a part of my life, and you will probably still hear me talk about him because we still are a part of each other's lives. Yes, so I am living with my parents. Those of you who haven't seen, this is the lovely remodel that my dad has done. It's not quite finished yet. We still have the old countertops that don't match, and we still have the wood around the sink, as you can see, but I love it. It reminds me of Sweden or Denmark, and I love it. You know, 2020 is 2020. It is a crazy and challenging year for most of us, I would say. And yeah, so it is a tough year. Coming along with that, I have done so much self-reflection, and I feel like I've grown a lot and learned a lot of lessons during this time, like too many lessons, honestly. But, you know, that's life. It's all good. It's leading to development and growth, which is good. I'm just trying to make the best out of it, and I'm really trying to follow my intuition, my gut, my inner self, whatever you want to call it. Right now, my goal is to follow that part of me, because I find when I'm not following that part of me, that's when I feel depressed and anxious and sad and lonely and just a bunch of negative things. So it's so important to me that I follow that part of me. So that's my update. I live with my parents now. I do not know how long I'm going to be here. I have no freaking clue. And I've been pretty stressed about that for the last month, I guess. Since I moved here, it's just kind of like, oh gosh, I love to have something that I'm working towards. And right now, I'm not working towards anything. I don't know what I'm working towards. So it's very hard. But what I'm trying to do, I did a spiritual retreat this weekend, which was quite a new experience for me. But it was very powerful and beautiful. And the lesson that I got out of it was that I need to stop obsessively trying to have the answer right now. Stop obsessing over what should I do? Where should I live? What should I work towards? And instead create space and time for myself to just be quiet and allow the answer to come to me. Almost like they say when you're looking for love, to, once you stop looking, that's when you'll find the person. That's how I feel with this, with figuring out what I guess my next step should be. I need to stop trying to figure it out and sort of try and be in the moment and let it come to me. You know what I mean? I have to trust that it's going to come to me. And that's not to say I don't look at all. Basically, my options right now, what I'm considering, is I just have this strong desire to live alone. I've always had the desire, but I just feel right now, it feels so strong that I need to create my own space, because I'm so affected by all the energies around me that I have to spend all of my day trying to block out those energies in a way, or channel my energy away from responding to others and just be strong in myself. I don't know. I feel like I didn't intend to go into all this, but anyways, yeah, I am trying to just be quiet and sort of let something come to me, but I'm not practiced in that, because one, I like to have control, and two, I've never really believed in anything greater than myself. So I've always believed I need to go and get it. And it's not to say I don't look at all for anything and it's just gonna fall into my lap, but in a way that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to believe that yes, something will fall into my lap. I'll hear about something from someone and it'll just feel right, and I want to just be in a space where I'm open to hearing things, and then I can, when it feels right, I'm actually paying attention enough to hear that gut feeling. You know what I mean? I'm not too practiced in doing that. I don't, because I've never really done it. I've never believed in something greater than myself, and now I kind of do. So it's weird. That's the journey I'm going on right now. I'm totally went on a rant, but this is the headspace I'm in. I'm feeling so much better after the spiritual retreat that I did this weekend. Actually, scratch these, because it was a spiritual retreat. There's no quotations needed. It was a spiritual retreat, and I did it. And anywho, today is a day in my life. It is a Monday, and this is probably pretty typical. It's 11 now, and I still haven't done anything. I've done a lot of personal inner quiet work, but I haven't gotten to real work yet, which I really need to. But I will, all in good time. I'll get there. I need to stop rambling now, but let's get into the rest of the video. Okay, it's 12 o'clock, and I'm dressed, and I'm going to start working right now.
I feel a chill now, try to pretend, but I don't know this ghost of a friend I once had. I want you back. I never thought that I could crumble like
I've only done an hour of work, but my coffee arrived. I ordered this coffee called Life Boost Coffee, and it is supposed to be, it's 100% organic, and it's supposed to be free of a lot of, or all hopefully, of the chemicals and pesticides that are used in coffee, which unfortunately coffee has a lot of from what I've read, which is so sad. So I've just made my second cup of coffee, which I'm supposed to only have one per day, but I do break that. Because, oh my god, it's so hard for me. For some reason, I've been really, really tired lately, and I think it has to do with, I think it might have to do with me being pretty much vegan right now. Okay, not pretty much vegan. Me pretty much not eating meat anymore. I haven't had a lot of meat besides fish lately, and I've been experiencing like a pretty big slump of tiredness in the afternoon, or even later at night, or even in the morning, like random times, anytime throughout the day. It could have to do with that. It could also have to do with just sort of being emotional right now, because obviously with any life change, things get intense, and the world's just intense still, so I think it could partially be emotional. But anyways, I have to share this, because otherwise I'm not accurately representing today if I don't share this. I ended up feeling like I wanted to record a podcast this morning, or like I wanted to record audio of myself sharing the experience that I had and during the retreat, and like that I did this weekend, and the lessons that I learned from it, and just the experience that I had. I shared my specific, like, certain things that happened during it, and where I met resistance, like I got triggered by certain things that were said, and I just felt the desire to share it. And I didn't know why. I didn't plan what I was going to say at all. I just simply felt like I should share it, and like it could help someone maybe. And I shared it in the group. I recorded it. It's 20 minutes long, and I shared it in the group, the private Facebook group for this retreat. And I got some messages from people that listened to it. People listened to my 20-minute ramble. And the creator of the retreat listened, and it was the most incredible thing. I did what I learned in the retreat, basically, which was that I need to trust the universe, or whatever you want to call it. I need to trust that, and to follow that calling that I'm feeling. And that's what I did this morning. I did that, and I posted, and I did it without knowing why, or without knowing a plan. I just did it because it was something I was feeling like I should do. And it affected people. It affected people. And it's evidence for me. It's evidence that, like, the minute, literally the minute, I mean immediately after this retreat, I followed that pull that I had, and it affected someone else. It's just, I mean, I'm truly, like, honestly so overwhelmed from this retreat, and from the connection I felt to these women in the group, and how safe I felt to share what I was feeling. It's good practice, sharing it in a safe space before just sharing it to the world. That being said, I mean, I will share the audio. I don't know how, I don't know if it will really, like, translate or give anything to people who weren't at the retreat. I mean, you know, it might, but it was really meant specifically like to share with these women for whatever reason, but totally fine sharing it with anybody. If anybody feels like they want to listen to it, I will put the link down below. I ended up like having to create a podcast, or I didn't have to, but I ended up just creating a podcast. And that's basically my first podcast episode. And I do feel like I'll record other podcasts. I really do. I think for now it's just going to be sort of like random callings when I get the desire to like speak about something. I'll put it on there. I don't think it will have a theme right now, but I love to talk. Actually, and I don't talk that much right now, I guess. And so I can just talk in my podcast, and whoever wants to listen can listen. Or no one will listen. I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of exciting. I guess I have a podcast now. Totally unexpected. But yeah, I will link it below, but really no obligation to listen at all, because I think it's pretty specific to like what happened this weekend, so I don't know if it will be relevant to anyone. If it is, let me know, please. I just have to share this because this is what's happening to me this weekend. Like, or it's not a weekend, it's a Monday. I'm so unused to trusting in something beyond myself. And to have done that, and then like taken action from it, and like seen results immediately, is kind of insane. And I'm truly in awe. Excuse me. I'm actually like a little freaked out. Because it's all so new, but it feels right. Feels really right. And yeah, I just feel like I'm doing the right thing, which is a really good feeling, because, you know, it's hard to know that. A lot of times you can doubt that. So I think I'm going to stop rambling now. Apparently this is going to be another really chatty vlog, but that's kind of what these have to be, because I'm not traveling. I don't have sights to show. I am trying to practice and create like beautiful shots, because I want that to be like, obviously I want to improve and have beautiful shots to show, but right now, for the rest of the day, I'm pretty much sitting here and working, and I have to work probably until like 8 now, because I've barely done anything. But that's okay. I mean, it's okay, because the growth that I've had from this weekend, and that I'm like is still continuing, is so important to, I can't just ignore that. That's like exactly what I need right now. And that's going to motivate me to work harder for the rest of the week. It's going to motivate me to work harder, period, in general. Yeah, so I'm going to get back to work now. I promise.
I'm breaking down, 'cause I only ever wanted to be yours, oh, yours, but no, I thought that I could rely on you. I thought that I could rely on you. Something changed your mind, or something made me blind. Oh, but I thought that I could rely on you. Yours, oh.
Okay, this is a quinoa cracker. Oh yeah, sorry. Bad timing.
doesn't have a lot of flavor, but I can deal with it.
It's nasty.
So, I like it. It's so funny.
I don't know. I feel funny.
Huh?
I feel funny just like whipping out the camera. Oh. Okay, I finished dinner. It's now 6 o'clock. As I was showing you, I've only done 3 hours of work today, which is pretty bad. But that's okay. I'm going to, I think, continue this video tomorrow because there's a lot of chatting in today's video, and I guess it's a better representation if I do 2 days, because today I got nothing done, so I can show that tomorrow I'll get a lot done, like to make up for it. So I'll continue the video tomorrow, but I'm just gonna work now until it gets dark. I kind of have a rule where I don't work after dark. Just because, I don't know, I've been valuing my self-care so much. Just to keep myself in a good mind state. Because I do struggle with like anxiety and stuff like that. So the self-care routines I've set up have been working really, really well. So I try to stick to that. But anywho, I really need to work for like about 2 hours because it gets dark around 8, 8:15, 8:30. Then I will show you what else I do. Okay, so I've hit 5 hours of working and I've hit a good stopping point. So I'm just gonna stop now. The sun is not quite down yet, but we're almost there. So I think now I'm going to do some yoga and then go to bed. It's 8 o'clock. I do go to bed pretty early. I've been wanting, like as I said, I'm trying to do a morning routine, so if I do go to bed this early and actually fall asleep, I could try to get up at 4:30 tomorrow, because that'd be really good considering I did like nothing today. So let's try for that. Okay guys, I've taken melatonin, did my yoga as you saw, and now I'm going to sleep. I have set my alarm for 4:30. We'll see what happens. It is 9 right now, so should be good. If I go to bed by 10, like fall asleep by 10, wake up at 4:30, 6.5 hours, that's not too bad. So that's what we're shooting for, but I will show you what happens because I'm continuing this vlog tomorrow.